Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us a little bit of your time. We're super happy that you're here to hear more about this amazing opportunity with Purium. My name is Sonia Magruder, and I've been with the company for over 12 years now, and it's been an incredible journey and such a blessing for my husband and I. So today, what we're going to talk about is the whole life transformation that Purium offers, and that is health and wealth. You're going to learn about this company, Purium, that's been around over 20 years, who the founders are, who's behind it, and why it's the best nutrition solution right now for people who want to feel better and feel like themselves again, especially busy people that maybe haven't had time to really take good care of themselves. And you'll hear firsthand from Purium brand partners whose lives have been completely transformed by this business on many levels. Most importantly, you're going to hear how easy it is for you to transform your health and financial freedom. And that's why we're here. So, first, let's talk a little bit about the problem. Unfortunately, I would guess we probably all know someone who has had a diagnosis of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, so many other lifestyle diseases. The problem is a big part of the problem that we're going to address is the state of food in our country today. Our bodies are constantly being bombarded by toxins, environmental toxins, and others. And one of them is these frankenfoods, these ultra processed frankenfoods. And why are people eating these frankenfoods? Well, busy lifestyles are enabling these poor food choices. They're running around like crazy. They're going through drive-throughs. They're grabbing gas station food. And what's happening is it's resulting in them not feeling good and oftentimes having these lifestyle diseases. But what we hear a lot of is lack of sleep, nobody's sleeping, low energy, brain fog, digestive issues, and bloating, and even worse. And these foods that are laden with these chemicals and dyes and all these things, sugar, inflammatory oils, artificial sweeteners, carcinogenic ingredients, including glyphosate, are linked to lifestyle diseases like diabetes, leaky gut, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. So let's talk a little bit about glyphosate. Drop a one in the chat if you know what glyphosate is. And I know a lot of people do, and some don't. Some haven't heard of it. But I bet everybody knows what Roundup weed killer is. And glyphosate is the toxic chemical. It's the main chemical in Roundup weed killer and in just about every herbicide now. If you go into a home store and you find the herbicides there, almost all of them have glyphosate as the main ingredient. And the problem is glyphosate is now being found in about at least 75% of our food because it's getting into these ultra processed foods because it's sprayed on them as an herbicide, also as a drying agent on many ingredients like oats, barley, wheat, and they use that to be able to process it quicker. Glyphosate was originally patented as a mineral descaler. So imagine that. It's being sprayed on crops. It's leaching minerals out of the soil and our bodies too, when it gets in our bodies. Then later on, it was patented as an antibiotic. So imagine that if you're eating food that has glyphosate, consuming it daily, and it's also not just in the food, it's in the air, it's in the water, unfortunately. It's like an antibiotic wreaking gut or wreaking havoc on our gut. So it's insidious, it's virtually impossible to avoid, and it's very, very toxic and disruptive to the gut microbiome. And it has been linked to some serious diseases like leaky gut, autoimmune disease, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a cancer. So, why is gut health so important? Why are we kind of honing in on that? Well, it's important to have a healthy gut microbiome because 70% of our immune system is in our gut. 90 to 95% of serotonin, which is the feel good hormone or neurotransmitter, is made in the gut. So, poor gut health is often related to low mood, anxiety, depression. And if your gut is compromised, for example, from leaky gut, you also are having a hard time absorbing nutrients. So Purium has the solution. The 90-day Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Program has a component that actually removes glyphosate from the body, but also nourishes the body on a whole other level of nutrition. And we're going to hear about that in a little bit more detail from Dr. Ian Hossein. He's going to come on and share a little bit more about that. But right now, let's look at and talk about who's behind this company. Well, the two owners, co-founders, are Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner. They have been manufacturing superfoods and organic foods even before there was a USDA certified organic label. They have been doing this since 1993, and their mission has been, since day one, to help people get off these harmful frankenfoods and give them real nutrition that's affordable, that's accessible, and convenient, because that is often the rub with a lot of busy people. And they've also partnered with suppliers where they get their ingredients from that do regenerative farming practices, farms that use regenerative farming practices, mineral rich soil, nutrient rich soil. The quality of the soil translates into the quality of the food and the nutrient and mineral density. And organic farmers from all over the world. So they've really created this trusted brand. Let's talk a little bit about Amy. She is the CEO, co-founder, and co-owner, amazing heart-centered leader. And she's a mom of two girls. She had a personal health journey that helped her see the importance of real nutrition that's also convenient, accessible, and affordable, that kind of helped her get on this path. And then there's Dave. Dave is the formulator, also co-founder and co-owner. And Dave is brilliant. He formulates these products and crafts them so beautifully so that they work so synergistically. And he was mentored by giants in the holistic health world, like Ann Wigmore, Dr. Bernard Jensen, and a personal experience that Dave had of losing a very important loved one to lifestyle disease. What inspired Dave to get on this mission and on this path. Now, another unique feature of this company is that Dave and Amy Purium is the manufacturer. And that's really important because Dave and Amy's high integrity is infused into every aspect of what happens with these products and the mission of the company. It's reflected in so many ways. So if you look at most supplements, and you might, after this Zoom is over, go in your cabinet, pull out a bottle of supplements, you're probably going to see manufactured for whatever the name of the company is. When you look at Purium, it's going to say manufactured by. So again, why is that important? Well, the testing is rigorous. They have control over how everything goes through testing and redundancies of testing in the facility, in-house third-party testing. Every ingredient when it comes in is identity tested, meaning they test it multiple ways to verify that is the ingredient that's going into your product. And that's really important. So all of these things, certified organic, no chemicals, nothing artificial, no added sugars, everything comes from a whole food ingredient. So Dave and Amy have a whole food philosophy. Nothing ever comes from a synthetic isolate. A whole food ingredient is something the body can actually assimilate and absorb. It's got all the cofactors, the minerals, the enzymes, the fiber. And that's why people are having such great results from these products and so quickly when they get on the program. Another thing that Dave and Amy do by being the manufacturer is they have control over even the transportation that delivers the ingredients and sends the products out to you. When the truck arrives at the facility with the ingredients in it, somebody goes out and inspects the interior of the truck. If there's the tiniest bit of dirt, if there's mold, if there's a bug, it's all rejected. Even though these ingredients are sealed and boxed up, none of it is allowed inside the facility. It's turned away. And honestly, I feel that if they weren't the manufacturers, they wouldn't be able to do that. This probably wouldn't be happening to this degree. This is the facility. It's in California. The products are made here in the US in California. That's my husband and I. And that's us taking the tour, about to take the tour at the Diamond Club. So when a brand partner gets to the benchmark of what's called Diamond in our company, which is not hard to do, we have a lot of people who do it all the time. They earn this trip to California to meet the owners, to learn more about them. There's training, additional training, and also tour the manufacturing facility. And when we witnessed it for the first time, we've done it many times, but it was so exciting to see the products being made and to learn about the processes that they have and how detailed they are, the attention to detail, how meticulous they are. So, bottom line, Purium is good for our bodies. Again, certified organic, proven glyphosate solution in a human study, proven to remove glyphosate from the body. No binders, no fillers, never anything artificial. It is convenient and affordable. And again, in-house and third-party testing. Also, Dave and Amy are super eco-conscious. And a few years ago, they made the decision to go plastic free. We are 99% plastic free. All but one product out of about 65 products is in biodegradable, compostable packaging. And by doing this, they have prevented over 300,000 pounds of plastic from entering the environment. And when you calculate that, it's approximately equivalent to 10 million plastic water bottles, that amount of plastic that's been prevented from going into the environment. It wasn't easy, it was not inexpensive to do this, but it was the right thing to do. And we're all thrilled, especially as we get more and more information about microplastics that comes out. We're thrilled that they have done this. So now I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Ian Hossein. He is amazing. He is a professor of biochemical engineering. He's a holistic health professional, a husband and father of three. He is a Crown partner, brand partner with his wife, Nicole Hussein, who you'll hear from a little bit later. And Dr. Ian is going to explain a little bit about this 90-day program and why it's been working so well for his clients.
Thank you so much, Sonia. So yes, it's a 90-day program that consists of five amazing products. So first off, like Sonia mentioned, the Biomedic includes a patented ingredient clinically proven in a human study to remove glyphosate from the body. And everybody has some level of glyphosate exposure. So to get that out of your body is a big deal. Next, we have the Power Shake. Not only just that, it's powerful, loaded with minerals and nutrients and phytonutrients and trace minerals. It's not only organic and clean, it tastes really good. So it's something that you can enjoy on the program while also knowing that your body's getting everything that it needs. It's equivalent to 6 superfood salads every single day. So it's just flooding your body with the things that it needs in a way that it can assimilate and do all the wonderful things. Then you have the Super Amino 23, just 10 tablets. You take 5 in the morning, 5 at lunch. That's the equivalent to a 12-ounce steak. But you don't have to worry about the digestion and stomach acid and all that stuff gets into your body to start doing all the wonderful things that these essential 7 amino acids that are in it does for the body. Things like mood and building muscle and things like that. Pure and clean, no additives or fillers that you might find in other amino acid supplements. Then you get the parasite cleanse, a great parasite cleanse, 2 pulses, 10 in the middle of the first month, 10 in the second month. Kill out the parasites. And when their babies that hatch come to avenge their parents, you kill them too. Then you finally have the natural sleep support, right? The apothecary, natural melatonin levels that helps with your sleep. If you're inflamed, your body prioritizes taking your sleeping melatonin to fight inflammation, leaving none of it for you to sleep. So natural melatonin helps you sleep. Finally, so when we talk about things like my clients, we see amazing. What really caught me about the program was not only the foundation, but the results. When clients are on the program, they feel better. Energy gets better within the first week. Bowel movements get better. And then over time, we start to see that skin clears. You're seeing that at the top left. Weight loss is a very common thing. Some of my clients lose up to 20, sometimes 30, or even 40 pounds in conjunction with other types of lifestyle changes. Their cells are cleaned. You get a really nice cleaning internally, and that it also shows in things like the skin and people's blood sugar balances and all these wonderful, wonderful things. So great transformations. And you can see this here, texts and messages from clients and customers, and even pictures of things that they passed that my client sent me today. Let's be honest. We all know somebody who needs this. Everybody would benefit from a cleanse, flooding the body with minerals and nutrients. We all know somebody who wants to lose some weight, gain energy, fix their digestion, better sleep, better brain fog, because that's just America and the way we are today. So the ULT, I mean, it checks all of the, boxes on the things that I would start people off in their health and wellness journey. So it's not a trend, it's not a protocol, it's really a lifestyle change. It's going to change you and your clients and your customers in a way that's been proven, and it's also going to change their mindset and the way they can see how their body can do amazing things when it's nourished.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ian. Well said. Excellent, excellent synopsis. Thank you so much for that. And you have so many clients who I know you get these messages all day, every week, every day, every week. You're getting messages like this. Some of them I'm blown away because some of them have been shared in your private Facebook group, and it's like unreal the things that they're experiencing. And no surprise. So thank you so much for that. And your wife is one of them who had an incredibly profound health transformation, which we're going to hear from her a little bit later on too. So, why a Purium superfood business? Well, first of all, health is top of mind more than ever. And, when you help your health, you can also help your wealth with Purium. Extra income to offset inflation, completely location independent. It's great to have a plan B before you need one, before something unexpected happens and you've got to scramble to figure out where your income's going to come from. And we've seen that happen, a few years ago with COVID. So have that plan B before you need it. Income diversification, not keeping all your eggs in one basket. Everyone should have residual income in their portfolio. And this is consumable. Best of class products that deliver results, highly consumable. So people order them over and over again, and that is how you get residual income. It's a win-win all the way around. It's also a company that is solid. They've got a track record of over 20 years of success and stability with very mission-driven owners, as you heard earlier. So it's interesting. If you do a search, and I just did this again recently to see if it still came up like this. If you do a search, what are the top recession-proof businesses? What's going to come up is health businesses, anything related to health, and food. Food's a necessity, obviously. Well, guess what? Purium is a marriage of those two things. It's all about health, helping people with their health, and it's food. It's all whole food. So this is a win all the way across the board with what we have here to offer. And another thing, let's talk a little bit about trading time for money, trading hours for dollars. You've probably heard that saying before. And most of us have been there. If we're not there now, most of us have been there where we were trading our hours for dollars and we only have so many hours in a day. We can only do so much. And I was talking to someone today who said, I can't take a vacation. My husband and I are both, they're entrepreneurs. They have their own business, solopreneurs. We can't take a vacation together because if we stop working to take that vacation, it seriously impacts our income for that month in our household. So, what's the alternative to trading hours for dollars? Well, leverage. And I'm going to show you an illustration here of what exactly that means. This is a highly leveraged business. So let's say you're on the left and you work a full-time job. Most people are working a full-time job or business and doing this when they come into this, doing it on the side. And you're able to carve out maybe 10 hours a week to work this Purium business, to talk about it and share it and build this business. But now, what if you find 5 friends or more who would also like to do the same thing, who would like to bring extra income into their household, who would like to build something of their own, who love helping people? Maybe they're already into health and wellness, they just have a passion for it. Now, let's say all those people, those 5 people, can also do the same thing, 10 hours each. Now you've harnessed 60 hours of effort. You're still only doing your 10 hours, but you have harnessed 60 hours of effort because you're doing this as a collective, as a collaboration. And that is how you have leverage in this business, where you're not just trading hours for dollars, where you actually can get to the point where you're making money while you're sleeping. And we have many people who have done that. So I'm going to bring on, actually, in 1 second, after this slide, this is just a team shot, very small part of our team at one of our events at our Diamond Club, one of the Diamond Club events. But we're going to talk about how you can make money with Purium. And like it says here on the slide, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There's tons of support and training, no shortage of it, every single week on the corporate side and the team side to help you be successful. So I'm going to bring on Ariel, one of our emerging leaders in our company and great friend of mine who is zooming in from Arkansas, and she's going to share a little bit about how you can make money. She's going to give a quick overview, and you'll hear from her and her story in just a little bit too.
Hi everyone. So there are $6,500 in Fast Start bonuses available for every brand partner who comes on. With this, you're able to make money right away while building residual income. So if you hit the ground running in this business, Purium will really reward you with these incredible bonuses. So for the brand partner enroller, they can make up to $4,000 in matching bonuses. This is an ongoing opportunity. So you can earn these matching bonuses again and again and again every time you bring on a new brand partner who runs with the business and earns their fast start, which is pretty amazing. So how can you make your money back on your first kit in 10 days? The easiest way is to bring on two customers and one brand partner who gets a ULT lifestyle subscription. And the breakdown is right here. So if you do that within 10 days, it's about $375, which is a little under the amount of your first month's kit. So this graph shows the average annual income for every rank in our compensation plan. So you can see there's really limitless earning potential. This business can go as far as you want to take it. There's no glass ceiling here at Purium.
Thank you so much, Ariel. And Ariel is someone, as along with everyone else you're going to hear from tonight, who has earned those fast start bonuses and matching bonuses from people that they've helped bring into the business as partners with them. So now, thank you very much. We'll hear from you in a few minutes too. We're going to debunk a myth. Sometimes people say, oh, only the people who get in at the beginning can be successful. You have to get in on the ground floor with things like this. Well, we're going to debunk that, okay? So I'm going to bring on my friend Kelly. Kelly just came on board in January. Her background is massage therapist, and she's already achieved 3 ranks and bonuses, plus matching bonuses. So welcome, Kelly. Kelly is coming in from, oh shoot, East Coast, Northeast. Are you here, Kelly?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Hi.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I'm coming in from Maine.
Maine, okay.
Awesome. So, guys, I'll be honest. I did not come here for a business. I came here desperate in the worst health crisis of my life, 30 years of migraines, 3 near-death experiences. That's all a story for another time. But I found the ULT and it brought me back to life. But what I didn't expect is that it would transformed my life in other ways and changed everything. So I had just stepped away from my massage practice of 25 years because of my health. So I needed a plan. I needed a what's next plan. I needed a retirement plan. I needed a freedom plan. So when I first started sharing this, it wasn't with the business mindset because I was not building another network marketing company. I love network marketing, but I was here for the health reasons. So I started just to share it for accountability and connection. But just in sharing that organic journey of mine on social media, the income started to flow in. And like Sonia said, I was able to hit some quick bonuses, snag a quick $1,850, which is nothing life-shattering. But when you've been trading time for dollars, that's 37 massages. And it's kind of, it's a chunk for a mortgage payment. But more than that, it was just that renewed purpose and like fire within me and finding a community of people to travel into the next season of my life with me. So along the way in there, I had this moment of truth. Like if I was here at this point of my life after 25 years in a massage career, still unsure how I was going to transition into the next thing, the next chapter, how many other people were out there in the same place as me? So that's when I put the pieces together of it's more than health, it's the wealth, it's about the freedom, owning your time, owning your energy and impact. And I'm just getting started. So the conversation really is all about you tonight And, if you're wondering how you can live out the next best years of your lives, well, keep listening, because there's great stories and the possibilities are right here in front of you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. So happy for you. All right, next we have Melissa Hennig. Melissa is a diamond in our company. She just joined in January of this year, so she's still pretty new. And she's an herbalist. She's a busy mom, and as you can see, she's a horsewoman too. And she's already achieved lots of bonuses and matching bonuses. She's coming in from Sedona, Arizona. Welcome, Melissa.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so my friend Ariel came to me with the ULT, and I was totally open to doing it to upgrade my health, but I wasn't open to the business because I said all the things. Oh, I'm so busy. I'm a busy mom. I have to take care of these horses and cook and clean. Well, as soon as I drank the drink, I was on board. I was just like, my whole body said, yes, I have to share this with everybody. And it's just been such an amazing experience because I'm an herbalist. So I have to literally, I get an order and I literally run to the woods to fill one little jar of wild crafted herbs. And with this new business coming in, I'm not going to, of course, I love that as well. But now this is another business that I love, and I don't have to make anything. I don't have to ship anything. And it's freeing up so much of my time, which is, I love that because I want to spend more time in nature and with my son and with my horses, and I feel so good about the products. Everything's 100% certified organic, and like I said, I don't have to make it and I can just share it. So I jumped right in and I'm fully on board. It's completely transformed my life. There's so much free training that has made me a better person. I love all of the free self-developmental training that comes with it. I feel like I'm a better communicator. I can listen better. All the things that come along with this have really transformed me in such an amazing way. And then, yeah, the checks started rolling in and I started hitting all the bonuses and diamonds, and I'm just fully on board. And I always hear people say, the one regret is I didn't start sooner. And I get that, and jump on board as soon as you can.
Thank you so much, Melissa. That is so awesome. And I mentioned the Diamond Club a little bit earlier, and Melissa is going to be there at our Diamond Club in November because she earned that beautiful trip. So congrats. All right. And now we have Ariel again. Ariel, my good friend, we met a year and a month ago, and you're going to hear her story. It's incredible.
So I was approached a couple times regarding the business before saying yes. And being a health coach myself, I'm extremely picky about ingredients. But after doing a lot of research, I realized Purium did check all the boxes. They have very rigorous testing, certified organic, glyphosate free, like all the things that you would look for actually, and more. And then, I had further uncertainty though, more on the business side of things, because I had never really had success with network marketing companies in the past. I've done several with not really much traction. And at the time, I didn't really have, money or time to waste because this was a little over a year ago, and I had $30,000 in credit card debt, with $900 in compounding interest a month. So I didn't even know how I was going to pay for taxes that year, let alone a ULT kit. So I was super stressed going into further debt by the month. But I decided to try it because, obviously the products looked amazing. And as a health coach, I want the best for my clients. I'm a bioresonance practitioner. And so I uploaded all the products into my system. They started resonating very highly for my clients. And so I could see that they were, a really good fit, obviously, and very high quality and high vibe. So when I started running with the business, I was making fast start bonuses very quickly and kind of seeing that play out, which was so helpful for me because within the first month of Purium, my paycheck was over almost like a year at another network marketing company. So that check helped pay a huge part of my upcoming taxes that I was so stressed about. And at this point, I've made exponentially more than I ever imagined, honestly. It keeps getting better. I have complete financial freedom and location independence. I just got back from a trip traveling for a couple months in Bali and Costa Rica and the Galapagos. And so I would have never been able to do that without my Purium, paycheck. It's been incredible. So I'm now able to be a digital nomad like I always wanted, work from anywhere, and I'm forever grateful for Purium for that.
Thank you so much, Ariel. And you got that debt paid off from your Purium income, I think in about 5 months, which is
Yes,
incredible. So thank you for sharing that.
no
Now,
more debt.
thank you. We're going to meet Nicole. Ariel introduced Nicole to Purium. It's just pay it forward, pay it forward. So welcome, Nicole. Nicole is Dr. Ian's wife and so just an incredible person. So I'll let her tell her story.
So I am actually sitting outside of Taekwondo. My girls compete on a national team, and I live here part time. And Purium helps to pay for it. So I got into this business last year thanks to Ariel. She did not hesitate to share the message with me. She's like, "Hey, there's this amazing program. I see you're struggling with your health." And within 45 days, I had this massive health transformation, and I had to share it with people. I'm a holistic practitioner. I could not even everything I was trying, nothing was helping me with my health. And so I upgraded after my own huge health transformation, which you guys, many of you have heard it, but I'm happy to share it another time. I could talk for an hour about that. And the transformations I was getting back from people, it just gave me so much desire to keep sharing it with people because people were regaining things in their life. Like every day I wake up and I'm like, thank God I have the energy to do everything I do. I have 3 kids. My oldest is special needs. Up until April of this year, my husband was working in another state. My mom was living in another country. My parents live across the street, and my husband quit a 6-figure job to come live at home because of Purium. So it's such a beautiful blessing that we have this business with unlimited potential, but then also paired with the fact that we get to change lives, and whether it's financially, whether it's with their health, whether they want both, we're able to do that. So it has been the biggest blessing I could have never imagined. When I first started, I got the fast start bonuses to pay for my son's summer camp, which was $750 a week. I was just like, we're going to send him for 1 week because that's insane. And my first payment that I was not expecting paid for all 5 weeks. That's how generous this company is. And I'm so grateful Dave and Amy share this with us so that we can share it with people and they share some of their wealth with us too. And I have, the blessing of helping people transform their life. Moving forward, it's helped fund moving my parents across the country into a different country. It's helped with all their immigration. It's helped with my husband walking away from a very, very stressful job that was requiring him to be away from his family 8 months of the year. So if you have any kind of desire to help people transform their health and you want to be rewarded for it, there is no better company. Their integrity is superior to anything else I've seen out there. The compensation plan blows my mind every time I get paid. And I'm so like 110% into this company. I've stopped caring about everything else out there because nothing works like this. So if you guys have questions, I'm here, but I know there's a lot of other amazing stories. So I'm just going to be quiet and let you guys do your thing.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And that camp, Nicole has a special needs son and she shares that a lot on her social media. And that's a camp for special needs kids. And it was very expensive. And that's why the cost of that was so high. And it's done so many things like she just shared. So thank you so much, Nicole. We're so happy for you. Okay. Now we're going to debunk another myth in case any of you are out there are saying, yeah, but they're all health practitioners in one way or another, and I'm not. Well, guess what? You don't have to be. So we're going to bring on Jesse. Jesse is an amazing success story. He just came in last month and he's already hit the rank of executive. He's a general contractor, already made bonuses and matching bonuses. So welcome, Jesse. Let's hear from you.
Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. Yeah, as you mentioned, I work as a general contractor, and I thought, how could I get into a business where I'm selling health products? And but realizing that with my work as a contractor, my wife that owns her own house cleaning business, we work hard jobs. We spend a lot of time, like you said, hours for dollars. Between making bids, running my business, doing the jobs, I work around 60 hours plus a week, and more, depending. This industry has extreme overhead that eats away at my profit every single month. It can range from up into the thousands of dollars each month just to run the business and make it work. And so I love building things with my hands. I always have, and I enjoy being able to help be part of making people's dreams come true and building their homes and seeing those projects come about. But I realized that as I'm getting older and my health has been failing, I need to figure out something that's going to allow me to plan for the future. And in this industry, I've seen so many contractors that spend their entire life, all the way to the point when they die, working every single day trying to make ends meet. And so I don't want that for our life. I want to be able to spend time with my wife. I'm tired of the waking up each morning and us going our separate ways and then coming back together in the evenings to spend a little bit of time before bed just to do it all over again. So the potential with this company to be able to work together, to spend time together, to be able to travel together is such a blessing that we see in the future. To be able to cut back on those physically demanding jobs is going to help us tremendously. The products are amazing. They've helped us in our health. If it wasn't for Purium, I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I'm doing on a daily basis with the work that we have to put in for these jobs. So we are so thankful that Tammy introduced us not only to Purium for the products, but for the business too, because it's allowed us in just a few short weeks to hit, as you mentioned, those bonuses. And we're already seeing brand partners bringing on ones, and we're getting those matching bonuses from that. So our goal is to allow Purium to let us cut back from this physically exhausting work, to travel more. And really, I would love the opportunity, because as of now, we rent the house while building other people's dream homes. I would love to be able to build my own dream home. And I see the potential with Purium and with the business to be able to do that. The potential to be able to spend time together, work together, traveling. And with the amazing support of our team, Tammy, our uplines, those that we're bringing on, this family that we're part of brings us so much joy. It's hard to find a job where you find joy, and we find that with Purium. And so we look forward to continuing to grow, seeing how this company is going to help us to reach those goals. And we look forward to doing it with all of you as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jesse. That was a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that. You're very new in the business and having success right out of the gate. And one thing Jesse mentioned was overhead that traditional businesses have. There's virtually no overhead in this business. It's your monthly minimum order or more. Most of us don't do the minimum because we love so many of the products. You want to use these products anyway because they really do deliver results. So thank you so much. And now we're going to hear from, whoops, where did Jackie? There she is, Jackie. Jackie is going to join us and share her 2-minute story. So welcome, Jackie. She's another diamond on our team who will also be taking that Diamond Club trip.
Thank you, Sonia. I actually did just go to Diamond Club. It was awesome.
That's right. You did.
It was incredible. Everyone should do it. So I love working for Purium so much. It's honestly the best job I've ever had. Before this, I was an office manager. I worked in office work most of my life. And I was for 7 years managing a chiropractor's office. And it was a very high stress job. I was trading hours for dollars. I got maybe 2 raises in that 7 years, and I wasn't able to travel as much or do anything. It was just all consuming while I was doing that job just to support my volunteer work. So I'm so grateful that I have this compensation plan with Purium. It doesn't compare in any way. It's so superior to any kind of job where you're trading dollars for hours. So for me, in my first month with Purium, I made more than I was making after 7 years monthly with that other job, which to me is insane because I was earning while I was learning. I knew nothing and I was so brand new, but that's how generous this comp plan is. So the way I learned about Purium was from a friend. She told me about the products that they could help my mom who was going through cancer treatment for chemotherapy for cancer. And as soon as I heard about it, I thought, okay, I've got to do this. So me and my mom together did the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And immediately we both saw amazing results. My mom had more energy. I had my gut issues resolved. And so we had to start sharing it. I had no plan of working this business at all. I was actually working with another MLM at the time, but it was not making anywhere near what I make with Purium. But I just couldn't help it. And I'm so grateful that I did because in a short time, Purium became my main source of income. And it's just so beautiful as you see the results that you're having and you share it with other people and you see their results. I just honestly, if you love people, there's really no better job because you see how this helps people financially and physically at the same time. And it's just remarkable. And now I'm able to pay my bills and travel. And I'm only at the diamond level, which, like Sonia said, it's so easy to get here. The sky is the limit. And I'm excited to have that time and financial freedom later.
Thank you so much, Jackie, and congratulations. Okay, so when we talk about, but they're all health professionals, neither was I. At the time when I got into this, I was a full-time real estate broker. I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. I was caregiving for my mom, who lived with my husband and I the last 2 years of her life. My husband and I knew we had to do something about our self-care and our health with everything going on, and we had a life-changing product experience. And what do you do when you have an experience like that? You tell everybody. And that's what we did. And I built this alongside of those crazy hours and caregiving. And again, I just want to reiterate that's the power of leverage because I was able to find motivated business partners who also loved helping people and wanted to build another income for themselves. So within a year and a half, I was able to match my full-time real estate six-figure income from Purium. And not only that, the thing that's so gratifying is being able to pay it forward and help other people do the same. I met Ariel here in St. Pete, Florida, a year and a month ago when she had that crushing credit card debt. And we had conversations about how this could help her. And here she is now. Imagine how good that feels and the ripple effect that that's created with the other people that you heard tonight. So, what we've experienced from this is true financial freedom because you can have a great income, but if you don't have the time to enjoy it, it kind of defeats the purpose. But actually having the time to enjoy the resources that we have, to do the things and have the things that are important to us. So that's what I love about this. And I want to just show you this here real quick because you heard us talk about these ranks, diamond, crown, red diamond, 5-star crown. And here's where those are at. Here's what these ranks mean. These are average annual incomes for these ranks. This is our income disclosure statement. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about here. And how do you get started? Well, you'd get started by doing your own health transformation, getting your own ultimate lifestyle transformation 90-day program. The business is free with this. You get a free business and upgrade your health at the same time. So what I suggest is get back with the person who invited you and they can get you started right away. If you have questions that we didn't cover tonight, they can answer those for you. But we would love to see you back here as part of our Purium family, and maybe you'll be one of the stories in the future, like what you've heard tonight.